everyone. My name is Sohrab Hossain and I am working as an assistant professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, East Delta University, Chittagong, Bangladesh. Today I am going to present my research paper. The title of this paper is Comparative Analysis of Machine Learning Algorithms for Phishing Website Detection. Okay, I have 5 of my other co-authors, and they are from various prestigious public and private universities of Bangladesh. The paper ID is ICICIT 082. Okay, these are the content I'm going to talk about. So, with the first, I will talk about the research problem. What motivates us to do this research, and I will also talk about the research problem. And next, I will try to explain what is phishing, how it's hamper our digital life, and then next I will talk some related to our previous work on the phishing website detection. And in the fourth part of my presentation, I will talk about the methodology of the detection techniques. So we have employed some machine learning algorithms. I will talk about all of the algorithms, and then I will talk about the results and our findings. Finally, we will conclude. So in the conclusion, I will take what the significant contribution we have made in this paper. Finally, I also talk about some future works. Okay. So what are the research problem here? Because users' emails depends on the digital platform, increase the chance of fraudness. Phishing attacks are the most common way of attack in digital world. So any communication method can be used to target an individual and trick them into leaking confidential in a fake environment, which can be later be used to harm the sole victim or even an entire business, depending on the attacker's intention. And then, so in this, so what are our research problem? So as you know, the problem is the gap between what we are and what is our desire. So in my first slide, I have talked about the problems, and here I will come up with solutions. So as there are some anti-phishing tools, techniques like whitelist, blacklist, antivirus software there to detect the phishing website. But we propose a data-driven techniques, which is based on machine learning classifier. So in this introduction part, I will talk about a bit what is phishing is. So phishing is the most successful and dangerous cyber attacks of all across the globe. Phishing attacks are dangerous, but it can be avoided by simply creating awareness and developing the habit of staying alert and continuously being on the lookout when surfing through the internet. By clicking links after verifying the trustworthiness of the source. So we need to check the website first, then we can click on it. So some browser extensions actually notify the user when they enter their credential. So most of the common antivirus are like McAfee or not on. They can inform the user that some harmful websites, which websites are good, which websites are dangerous. So in the related work, first one is I want to talk about the American Online. There's the first ever phishing lawsuit was filed when a certain fisher created a duplicate of popular website known as America Online. So this is actually the first phishing website which was developed in 2005. The name of this site is America Online. With the help of the same website, he was able to gain access to personal user information and bank details of many individuals. Fishers began to focus on websites that they had online transactions. So in this slide, I talk about various types of phishing attacks. So first one is algorithm-based phishing attacks. So in these types of attacks, attackers create different algorithms that can detect, can steal personal user information from the database of the website. Next one is deceptive phishings here. This is done by using email that link to a client to a malicious website where client unsavagely enters their private information. And URL phishings, in URL phishing, hacker are hidden links and unsuspected part of the website that leads a client to a malicious space. Host file poisoning means before making a DNS query, host names in the host records are checked. Fisher poisons the host record and redirect a user to a phishing website. So URL phishing actually is scam. The next one is content injection phishing. Hackers inject some malicious sections in the real website that collect the data for user. Last one is clone phishing. So in clone phishing, fishers use a former and send an email and clone it. The clone email has a malicious links attached to it and sent to a different unsuspecting users. So these are the common phishing attacks. Then we'll talk about the traditional website phishing detection techniques. They are the blacklist filters, whitelist filter, and pattern matching filter. So let's have a brief idea about what this. So in the blacklist filter, the blacklist filter is a primary access control mechanism that can block some aspects of the list from the passing through. These filters can be applied in different security measures like DNS server, firewall, email server. Blacklist filter maintains a list of elements like IP addresses, domains, IP net blocks that are commonly used by the fishers. Next one is whitelist filters. So a whitelist filter contains a list of different elements such as URLs, schemas, domains that will be allowed to pass through a system gateway, while a list of contrary to a blacklist contains a list of all legitimate websites. Last one is pattern matching filter. Pattern matching filter is a technique that check if the specific sequence of data or token exists among the list of given data. And also there are some machine learning based methods. These are the malicious domain detection and email spam filter. In the malicious domain are the leading cause of phishing. Different machine algorithm method and models were created to better detection of malicious domain with a high success rate. Email spam filtering. Email spam filtering are proving method that detect malicious emails and block them. The email is passed through thousands of predefined rules that score the email on probability of being spam. Fishers use spam emails to direct client to their malicious website and steal data. So we propose data-driven techniques that has been discussed in this methodology. As this paper mainly employed machine learning techniques to train model that can detect phishing website, our first step to understand our research was understanding how machine learning works. In a nutshell, all the machine learning algorithm techniques involve a dataset, some programming codes that perform computations, or allowing the codes to analyze a portion of the data and also relation between the features and the classification of the data. The machine's trained knowledge of the relationship was the tested against the rest of the data. Its performance was measured and scored based on the performance, the model, and the setup and the training procedure. Dataset proceeding was rejected hopes better result in the next iteration of the training. If a model failed to provide satisfactory results, the other techniques were employed. If found relevant to the dataset, if the model performed better than all other trained models, however, the model was solved and used a new unknown dataset to verify performance furthermore. It is important to note that different datasets could be in different format. Therefore, a new dataset introduced to the model might require preprocessing to maintain optimal performance of the model. So here is our methodology for that. Let's talk about the dataset. So dataset in this research was obtained from the public online repository Melody in Delhi. The dataset contained 48 research started from 5,000 phishing website and 5,000 real website. And improved research transfer techniques were employed to this dataset by using browser automation framework. The class level indicate two common, where 0 is a phishing website and 1 is a real website. So these are the steps we have followed during detecting the result. First one is import the libraries, second one is import the dataset. A step we check the missing values, and fourth we categorize the values, fifth split the dataset into training and test set. Further we fuse it to the future scaling. So the classifier we use in this model, this is the classifier we use. Support vector classifier, then linear support vector classifier, Kenya's neighbor classifier. So these are the some reports we are talking about. So among these, the random forest actually works better. So you see, we have calculated the precision, recall, and access score. So this classifier may not be good. Some of them get the accuracy less than 90%, but if we check the last one, this is actually the comparative study all our 10 algorithms. So from this slide, you see the random forest actually give the best accuracy, precision, recall, and access score. So all these four, precision, recall, and access score, they are very close to each other. That means the random forest is the best classifier of our models. So which one is almost 99 to 98% accuracy. And so we talk about the conclusions. In conclusion, I can say that we have measured actually three performance metrics to evaluate our classifier. They are the precision, recall, and score. And obviously, we have seen that the random forest was the optimal classifier with almost 98% accuracy. And we have a plan that our research will not end here. We want to do the further pre-processing of the dataset and applying maybe deep learning techniques with the modified parameter. And then we can try the zero-day attack, phishing attacks. And that's will be all for me. Thank you very much for listening my presentation. Thank you all. Bye.